Hello, alright, my name is Rosie and welcome to my channel. Here we give tips on how you can overcome depression day after day. In this video you will discover what are the symptoms of depression in man and how to identify that he is also suffering from this evil that haunts millions of people around the world. I speak from experience because I suffered from depression for 15 years of my life to the point where it affected my relationship with my husband and everyone around me. Today, thank God, I am a person completely recovered and well with life, and I felt the need to share my experience and other people who have been through this problem in their lives. I know how much it hurts to feel this emptiness, this anguish, this feeling of looking at life with no meaning and no hope for tomorrow. So it's very important that you watch this video until the end. You are very lucky to be watching this video, because thanks to this content you will not need to go through the pain and suffering that I and many friends go through due to depression. But first I kindly ask that you subscribe to our channel, enjoy and share the video so that more people can be reached with this knowledge. After all, how do you know when the man is depressed? Depressive disorder has traditionally been related to the female gender among other things, because apparently there is a higher proportion of women diagnosed with depression than men, but this does not mean that there is no male depression. It is much more usual than it seems, or the cases that come to light, because the reality is that men also suffer from depression, although their symptoms may be something different. So it is important to know how to identify symptoms of male depression. Many people are familiar with depressive symptoms such as sadness, social isolation, anxiety crisis, and many others. But often get confused when symptoms of depression are demonstrated in men, like anger, resentment, hostility, abusive behaviors, addiction to the inexplicable irritability of alcohol, hopelessness, and low self-esteem. Men hide their emotions. Men are well known for their tendency to cover or hide their true feelings. Sometimes they try to project a cheerful or overly happy. It's something specific to men, since many women also do it, but he has a reputation for being more funny and tends to be more sarcastic about your feelings or the feelings of others. It's almost like sarcasm or laughter on these problems like depression. And one thing men often do is abuse alcohol and use recreational drugs. Most men drink wine or beer is a very important and cultural thing, going out for a beer with other men and talking about the problems they are facing. Most men have many established habits like this, and it can be difficult to identify to what extent it has become a self-medicating. They become more irritable, angry, hostile, or resentful for no obvious reason. Men can be complicated when it comes to changing humor. One way to determine whether depression is at the center of the irritable mood is to observe its behavior in environments close to other people and during certain hours of the day. Men who suffer from depression are usually more irritable than normal. They get angry at things that in the past not generate that feeling. Use pessimistic and negative language. Many people use the pessimistic language at some point in life, which is not always wonderful and predictable. So it's normal for someone to feel desperate and sometimes defeated, to end up expressing their emotions using this kind of language. Yes, a man uses negative or pessimistic language a lot, and it's also not something he usually does. It can be a clue that depression and hopelessness are present. Man can intentionally use this kind of language in the hope of getting someone's attention, because that's really how he feels. They lose interest in the things they once liked and become meaningless. Men are interesting when it comes to feelings of hopelessness, lack of motivation, or sadness. Many cover their emotions by saying things like this: "I'm fine, I'm just tired," or "I've had a hard day," pretend to be happy, but actually seek to distract attention from their depressed mood. If a man keeps trying to convince others that he is the same person he has always been, something wrong is happening to his emotional side. He is afraid to seek help and even ashamed to talk about it with other people. By keeping it to yourself, you then have a constant search for emotion. Some men, when depressed, seek out strong emotions, and some things like drug abuse, drugs, alcohol, sexually life totalmente promiscuous, and spending money on things without the slightest sense, are some examples of the activities that men seek as an escape route. The purpose of this is to decrease the feeling of depression and feel good about hormones, that is, increase the level of adrenaline in the body. Who has never heard that a man does not cry? That he should not express emotions? Can he not show feelings? Should he always be willing to have sex? Need to play with cards, later like to watch football and fight? All these beliefs make the man throughout his life not develop emotional intelligence. They feel that the simple fact of seeking a treatment that recovers them from depression or other emotional problems would automatically cure fragile men, causing many to choose to commit suicide when their pains are already too unbearable to be overcome. Nowadays there are several alternative treatments for those who really want to overcome this evil that is depression. I say this because I know several men who, like me, have also faced a deep depression. Today, thanks to a proven method, we have turned our backs and managed to overcome this disease, and today we are fully recovered and well with life. If you as well as we want to win once and for all depression, I will leave in the video description the link of the method that helped us overcome this evil, worked for all of us, and I hope with all my heart that you too will be very happy. I hope I helped. A hug, and until the next video.